Controller that certainly caught my attention. Omen's really good on this map, and Drone just takes up a bit too much space. Wardell's going to actually follow suit. Maybe this is something actually Echo aren't necessarily expecting. This nice close-in angle, especially when it comes to Subroza, if he's going to not check that angle. But look at the spray, and Wardell getting 4! Nobody checks it. Can he get the ace? Of course he can. Fuck, what a brilliant way to start this game.
That is just nuts. I mean, what do you say about that? Wardell gets back behind the boxes and just guns them down.
Going to push up relatively close, but sort of caught between a rock and a hard place. He drops down the rope as people go up a bit. Oh, that was a bit awkward, but Wardell is catching more people out. Supamen gets downed, and even the ultimate coming out now. Bladestorm is going to be used aggressively, dashing onto the site, gets a little bit of damage onto the Sage, but not enough. Sam is going to put in a bit of damage, gets the triple kill. Now it's a 1v1.
Yeah, not really much time for Psalm to get away there as the ice was down. The dismiss almost gets him around the corner, but it's not quite enough. Again, that was a 4-spy coming in from Echo 8, but definitely not the most popular when it comes to the duelists currently in rotation. Psalm tries to get aggro with the Leer. There's a flash as well coming out from the Omen. That's the Paranoia popping down. That Spike being dropped as well. The remaining two were actually in B main, and you can see it's actually AYRIN who plays the Raze, trying to sneak in, getting peppered up by Cutler, who finally finishes off that target. It will be dephh, currently in a 1-on-3. The Spike is down inside the smoke, and as the smoke pops, he's surrounded. dephh coming in from the Counter-Strike world, but can't match the performance of his cohorts. Go for the Omen, which we would sometimes see Subroza play. So there's the ult pop. That rocket not necessarily going to go down as the Paranoia is just too powerful. It's so incredibly strong. Supamen starts to make it into the site with the ult, and there's the retake of sorts into the site. Coming through is going to be TSM trying to get back in, trying to prevent that spike from being planted, but it will go down back behind the default box. Supamen, as the Omen, has the possibility to try and TP out of this, but knows not really going to have that capability. Just trying to play back behind this box. Peeking up, spots out the first target in Drone. It's a 1-on-1 against the knock, but it's Wardell. Doesn't make a difference. Great kills coming in from Supamen as Echo 8 finally get themselves on the board here in the 5th round. Still very defense-sided. Now again, we see this passive play we saw in the last map. This time, though, it's going to be Subroza. It's not going to be Nicholas who was doing it for the likes of Code 7. Subroza finds 2. Wardell, meanwhile, picking one off with the Operator. No surprise there. It's what he does best. It's down to Brando, the Sage, trying to work up ramp, but the round's already pretty much lost. 30 seconds left. Spike in their possession. Wardell says, 3 kills on the round, please. I'd like similar.
11-3. But TSM just aren't buying it. It's the difference between them and Immortals, but Supamen actually catches it out, forces the resurrect early from hazed. The wall and the slow has been thrown in, but look how many people are stacked up towards mid, even to the point that Subroza was going to use the orbital strike. Unfortunately, AYRIN's pink shields catch him out completely, and it's going to be a bit of a kerfuffle happening towards mid.
There's Drone popping off. That's just what Drone does, kind of the filler piece there. People like to profile Wardell on this team, but Drone is just so insanely good.
For a little bit of support, hazed managed to get the pixel perfect angle just to spot where Supamen was. Throws up the wall. The resurrect is available on the attack if they want to bring back the Omen player. Cutler's actually switched his position around to be on A, which is interesting. Subroza wanted to use the orbital strike this time. Doesn't quite catch the Cypher on his left-hand side, but it doesn't matter too much. The wall breaks nicely, offers up a nice little avenue, and TSM right now are just spoiling this ball.
Nice pick-off as well there coming in from hazed towards the end. AYRIN has it available. They've got 4 ults also, so they've got the res, they've got the Empress, and they've also got the Omen TP. Wardell hits the shot despite the Paranoia coming through. Hazed is also going to connect. Dispatching of Superman. Empress has been popped, and that's the aggressive play coming in from Psalm with just a pistol. But the round didn't really work out too well for Psalm despite that ult, and it will be an 8th on the board for TSM.
A sight to behold.
Drone's getting aggressive as well. No surprise there. He's feeling it right now. Wants to take the fight to their doorstep. Doesn't realize there's one more around the corner. So dephh there with the punish. dephh looks so good when he filled in with FaZe during the T1 and Nerd Street Gamer Showdown. There's the ult coming in. He actually goes up into it and takes a little bit more damage. Wardell is down to 23, has to watch out for the nade that's currently there, goes for the reload. No, never mind, just continuing to wait for the push to come through. There's the reload coming out on the operator. So it will be one of the more promising rounds we've seen as they've gotten site control. The spike going down in just a moment. Wardell starting to peek towards AYRIN. AYRIN doesn't even get a shot out from the rifle. So now it's a 2-on-3. The numbers advantage going the direction of TSM. It's now down to 1. It's Psalm who's coming in as a bit of a roster change, but it doesn't work out so well for him yet again. Surprise, surprise. It's been that way throughout this first half entirely. It's going to be 9-1 now. TSM, they're going to be going after Cutler, who's over on this B site. And Cutler just backing off, using that wall for some cover. As the ult gets popped, Cutler's going to get one. Has to be careful, though. Very low on HP. Wardell with a quick shot does manage to take out AYRIN, but there's a fast trade coming in from Supamen, who is actually responsible for the 1-round win thus far for the side of Echo 8. And as they go for the swing, it's a double peek coming out. Good communication and coordination coming in from TSM. No surprise there. Wardell trying to hit 20 in the first half as we move into the final round.
We did this role. It can just be as disciplined and straightforward as that. Let the other players shine, and this is a nice bit of intel that the defenders are able to get. Wardell's now playing very aggro, but can get out of there. That's the beauty of playing Jet. But yet again, it's Drone that gets the majority of the damage done with a nice double kill. Wardell's actually missing. I think there's something wrong with my screen, Bob, because that seems very uncharacteristic of what we've seen from Wardell so far.
Yeah, Wardell looking like Whiffley snipes currently as the shots just didn't come through.
Teams, like, they're certainly going to be firm favorites. They just needed to remind people that they're firm favorites going into it.
Great play coming out early from AYRIN as the nades do fantastic damage. Cutting things down to 3. But Drone's in such a good position. Wall on the ropes, puts one to the back of the skull of Brando. There's the flash coming around the corner as well. The Omen has to back out, as does his support. Drone's going to be running around thunderfooting as the spike is actually going the opposite direction. So they're going to be backing out despite the fact that they had ramp control. They're going to be going towards the B site where you've only got the Cypher. Now, they're not exactly being quiet about this, so Cypher is going to be moving back towards the stairs. The camera's going to be the first thing that spots them. Smoke's going to go down. dephh is going to try to spam through. Does end up dropping Subroza, which was the player with the most HP. Going to be another one for dephh, and it all comes down to 1. It'll be Cutler who's in the clutch position here. Inside the smoke is 1. Waiting for him is Supamen, and in the Omen duel, Supamen comes out on top. A second round being given over to Echo 8. Sitting back in mid, trying to work their way towards heaven. There's 2 currently defending it. There's the Sage and the Raze. If a nade comes down, a lot of damage could be dealt. There's the Ice coming in, could slow them down. Great damage to Wardell off that nade. Drops him down to 37 HP.
So far, Echo 8 are just chipping him away. Everybody's alive. Even the heal be dedicated brings it down. AYRIN does eventually get killed, but it's fair to say the damage is already done with the triple kill that he picked up. The rest of Echo 8 can clean up shop. Third round for Echo 8. It was expected. TSM didn't really have the money to buy there. Didn't force. Didn't really need to.
Things out a little bit differently. We saw a lot of players going to the Vandal and switching back towards the Phantom in the long run. Supamen playing close and aggressive with the SMG. Right on the other side of that one's going to make it work. Wardell goes up vertically and starts to float his way towards the ropes, but it doesn't go so well for him. And it's down to now just 1. It's Cutler. That is an impressive round coming in from Echo 8, and the kind of round that you need to pick up when the scoreline looks like this.
And as we see a bit more of a half by yet again from TSM, the dunk from AYRIN right into the air with the showstopper. You would expect this to be another round good towards Echo 8. We could see it come all the way back, Bok, but somehow I doubt it.
AYRIN almost touching the skybox at that point.
Yeah.
With that showstopper so high. Hell, I do not like this play so much. It's all about timing. Almost gets caught as he comes through. It's a bit of a gamble given that he had the spike, but it will be the site lost.
I mean, it's Wardell, it's a gamble. This is what he does. He lives life on the edge, but it was good play now because of all of the control the TSM have on this attack on the retake. There's 1 frag, just 1 more now, which is dephh, who is going to slowly make his way over to the site. Might save, really hard to say, but seems to be gravitating towards that area. Runs into Drone, that opens up things a little bit more nicely in this 1 versus 2. Wardell changed up his positioning, has a nice aggressive off angle on this right-hand side. I love the fact that we have X-rays in this game. The camera's not going to quite spot him. He's just going to run out. Wardell's just going to line that shot up. It's a thrifty round for TSM, but nevertheless, it puts him on match point.
Position right around the corner. You do have the Sage up on top of it. There's the Raze nade coming down to do the damage.
Oh
There's
my God.
the peek. AYRIN gets the kill coming in from the nade. Nice dash coming out as well. He's looking for the shot through the wall, does connect on one with that Sheriff, but it's not enough to take down his target.
He's trying to get the flicking, could only do so much. AYRIN has the nice shot in, but Drone can trade. He's a last one alive, pretty much surrounded, but he is a Phoenix. He's not locked in with them, they're locked in with him. He is going to make a lot of noise though. There is a bit of a crossfire setup, and Supamen with the operator area of the map, but time's been wasted, 20 seconds left on the clock. The execute needs to come in now.
There's the ult coming out. Nice paranoia from Supamen, but with the op, it's going to be quite difficult as they push through, not able to connect on that somewhat blind shot inside the smoke. You've got AYRIN currently underneath. It's a bit of a bloody round, but Echo 8 do come out on top, so 2 players survived.
Defense is well played, though. It's patient. They're stacking in the right places. We're all completely flashed. Brando is the first to get the killing blow. Subroza does trade. Showstopper now available for AYRIN, who gets the kill into Subroza. It's just going to be a 3-on-4 now, so TSM is still in this. The operator is still in play, but Wardell's just not looking at the right time, and dephh just peeks him. Fortunately, Cutler does more. The res is there on Drone, and AYRIN's able to get a third.
Yeah, the bait res coming through doesn't really work out so well. Nice shooting from Cutler, who does have the spike and the ult, so he's going to go all the way over to the A site with the port. Almost want to see him cancel it in that situation. Make them think you're actually going to commit, or fake it. Fake it to the back of B. Make them think you're actually going A. It would have been bold. And then go for the B plant instead. Obviously, once he goes for the plant, they're going to know where it's at. He hears the drop, goes for the peek. Does Cutler have it in him to close things out? No! He runs out of ammo. The magazine runs dry. So again, Echo 8 barely survived, but they continue to put rounds on the scoreboard. See if we're going to see that ult pop come out from the Phoenix, and there it is. So run it back has been popped. The paranoia to lead in towards heaven as well. They're trying to run away, and they're having a bit of a difficult time. Subroza and Drone can't find that tripwire quick enough. And there's the ult wearing off just as they're about to spot them. So now the support is arriving, but at this point it's almost too late. Everyone on the site has fallen. There's upgrades coming out here. The ult coming out from Subroza as well forces Psalm right into him, and Wardell will close things out in the end. 13-7, right around the average scoreline for Split, as TSM eventually close things out in expected fashion.
I think I jinxed it. I'm sorry. I was